I'm here in the car with Valerie Garza, one of the best drivers that I know. And Valerie, where are we going?
Palm Springs Biatch.
13 years ago, I walk into an art gallery, and there you are. You're standing in front of a photograph. And
Of myself.
13 years later, did you expect the moment that you and I met that we would endure everything that we've lived out?
No, absolutely not.
It was love at first sight. I had to meet you. I had to know who you were, and more importantly, I wanted you to know who I was.
There's that Gemini.
But what I've always loved about our relationship is that it's always been anchored in creativity.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever need a getaway driver for any shenanigans that you have going down, there's only one person you should call, and that is the undisputed champion of the world, Miss Valerie Garza.
So true. Why do you call me the getaway driver?
Because not only can she drive fast, but this woman has driven interstate from Texas to Louisiana to pick me up for some shenanigans.
I love you. I'm so glad that we did witchy things in NOLA together.
Brujeria. What are you doing here in California?
When you miss somebody so much and you buy them a flight to come to California, I think it means you have a pretty solid connection. So I have the honor of visiting Güstavo and just, fucking taking a break from it all. We just want to be away from reality and show people how to live.
That is correct. I was missing Valerie, and Valerie and I made a pact at the beginning of the year. In the winter. Tell people what the pact is about.
The pact is about keeping the Medusa Goose connection alive. We've known each other since 2006. We want to try and get together once a season, do something creative, and, just have fun.
Lola, baby. This is your hotel room for today.
I love this place. I love it. It's so hip. I'm not cool enough to be here.
After a long drive, we are enjoying a well-deserved dip in the pool.
The Ace Hotel is a freaking charming-ass place that I love already so much.
We're at the Ace Hotel in Palm Springs.
Oh my God, so stoked. First time Palm Springsing it.
Welcome back to California.
Being back here just feels very liberating and very, it's like a homecoming. I have Tejas blood, but a California soul. Living here for 3 years, I definitely feel like I brought out a very natural side of me, just who I really wanted to be and have always wanted to be. I feel like I had been pretending to be somebody my whole life and then got to California and I was like, okay, now I can finally be myself.
And we love going swimming together, and this is just one of the many pools that we've been to.
I'm definitely coming back here and spending more time here.
I actually do remember meeting you that first Friday of October 2006.
It was First Friday.
It was First Friday, which is an art crawl in San Antonio. And you were standing in front of this photograph of yourself.
Yeah. This is when you knew you loved me.
Oh my God.
I said, you were interviewing me for the Stebner show and asking me what I was doing there. And I said, well,
found this lovely lady right here named Valerie. Why are you here?
Any opportunity I get to admire myself, I'm going to do it.
And as soon as I heard that, it was like, oh my goodness, who is this person? I need to be in her life.
But the funny thing is, I don't think I'm that into myself.
Well, I think it's like we have the three versions of ourselves, right? The self that we want to be, the self that people see us as, and then the self that we really are.
I love it so much because I feel like you make it okay to feel a little vain And I don't know why that is or what that is about you and I that we have that.
Well, it was just one of those things where I had always grown up with a camera in my face.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
And as a child, I was photographed since I was a little boy. And I've never been shy of the camera. So to meet you and knowing that we spoke the same language, I was like, I'm going to keep this one.
I think art is definitely in the eye of each beholder. Everybody sees art differently, and everybody has their own idea of what art is. And I think that coming from the artist, it's just whatever they choose to express.
But it was great because we hit the ground running creatively too. It's like, shortly thereafter, you were doing
the Dark Magic Show
with
Rolando.
Hey everyone, it's Valerie. I'm going to walk over to talk to Rolando, and we're going to learn a little bit more about his magic show.
That was fun.
The ballyhoo.
Dark Magic Show is somewhat of a recreation, an accurate historical recreation of a sideshow, a ballyhoo, right? We do a lot of sideshow presentations.
I had blonde hair.
You totally did.
I had blonde hair. That's the first and only time I've ever had bleach blonde hair with my olive skin tone.
And then Ovat Beer was after that.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter has a real good poker face, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too good.
Why don't you tell Seven how you two met?
Hell no, that's embarrassing.
That first era of when we met was so interesting because there was that sense of discovery, propulsion into a creative world. I remember we were always talking about getting married.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm here with Güstavo.
There was a time in my life, obviously, I think you know why, I just despised Gemini people. But I feel like you definitely taught me how to love a Gemini.
Little Gemini problems in your face. We're tough.
If you believe in that stuff, all that stuff, right? And let's just say that we do. I just think that there's just something about the energy, that duality that exists in a Gemini, the twins, you know? I definitely feel like there's something there it's inspiring. Hanging out with you and, you know, learning to love all of the things that, the Gemini things that make you, like the silver tongue.
Silver tongue is a big one.
The fact that you bring out the dark side of me and kind of like that mischievous side, like it's acceptable and it's okay to have fun and be those things around you.
Right, because I want to see how far you can push it.
Yeah, and you elevate me kind of like in that way, and I love it. And also you and you know, the whole mental part of being a Gemini, I feel like that gets my brain going also.
The honeymoon phase is that phase where the early phase of our relationship.
And we look at each other through rose-colored glasses.
Exactly. Making movies and
inspired all the time.
Dreaming
by
big.
other.
And I credit you as being the mother of Stebner show. Because
love
you were in
that
the
title.
very first episode.
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I met you when I was in my 20s.
Were you in your 20s?
Yeah.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was.
The honeymooners.
Crazy day today here.
Very crazy.
Take two.
Are you videoing me? You are? Picture me.
Somehow we ended up in Los Angeles.
Yeah. That was nuts.
Which brings us to the Happy House era.
Yeah.
We ended up getting an apartment together
Yes.
in Los Feliz.
I initially moved here with another friend of mine who had been asking me if I would roommate with him. And I was like, I don't know. And finally I just like, fuck it, I'm going to move to LA.
How was your trip?
Oh my god, our trip was very chaotic.
With barely any money, stupidest thing to do. But so I roomed with him for about 6 weeks, moved back to Texas because it did not work out. But I still really wanted to come back. And I don't know if I approached you or you approached me or how we got to talking about it, but I know.
I think I stole you. I was like,
you might have stole me because I remember you and I talking about it when I was here. And I just felt like such a familiarity with you. I remember you picking me up from this person's house and we went off and did our thing. And that day you dropped me off. It just felt so like I didn't want to leave. And so, yeah, so then I moved back. You were living in Beverly Hills at the time. You had a roommate and you and I were sharing a bed, you know?
Yeah, and a closet.
And a closet.
And a bathroom.
And a bathroom. Oh my gosh.
And a car.
And a car. We were sharing a car. Forever indebted, forever grateful. That was the beginning, you know? And then obviously we had to move out of there. We were homeless for a time, but it wasn't really homeless. I mean, we had the help of your friends.
Right. We had locked into place, but we didn't have keys for like 10 days.
Homeless was not really homeless when we were living in a beautiful home with a pool
In Diamond Bar.
in Diamond Bar, California, while a real home to be was getting prepared and ready.
I'm laying out for about an hour and I'm like extremely hot and really tan. So I'm gonna jump in the water.
Now we're sitting in this very home that was getting ready, and this is the place that we lived in.
Yeah.
So how do you feel being back here at Happy House?
Being at the Happy House is amazing every time I come. This place is magic, literally. Like, anything can happen here. And people who come here expect that. I mean, they know that when they come here, there's going to be some art, something creative happening, some creative conversation, and friendly faces.
We didn't have furniture for like a year.
We did not have furniture. We would occupy our time with brownies and painting.
Because we didn't have a television either.
We didn't have a television either.
One of the things that fueled Happy House was our creativity. We had such a
Absolutely.
creative drive here that we did not need a television.
We didn't need a television. We had friends, you know, like I was absolutely new here, but you know everybody. And so I got to meet some really cool people through you. I mean, you literally took me under your wing.
We had an assortment of painting nights that we created a lot of paintings here. One of them still hangs in the bathroom that you made.
I love that one.
I know, the side boob.
Yeah, the side boob on the mermaid, the Gemini mermaid.
And also here was the birth of WAPO versus the world. The script was born here.
Yeah.
We went back to Texas to shoot it. And that was an incredible experience for me, for you and I to create a project here, go to Texas and shoot it.
Got some more work for you if you're interested.
We actually have a project that you might be interested in.
What kind of project?
It's a movie.
I feel like doing WAPO was sort of like us trying to like keep this closeness between us going, because with this new era that I was going in, it was like we didn't know how
Right.
much time we'd actually spend together and all that stuff.
But we were still living together and shooting WAPO in Texas.
Yeah.
And we had shot, it was like, I consider like WAPO Volume 1. We played a married couple and we had a child in the film.
Yes, Lauren. Oh my gosh, you did such a great job.
So talented.
Super talented, yeah.
If you get back in the ring, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, like you can break an arm.
That was an incredible experience to make that in San Antonio, bring our skills back and shoot in the community that we started in.
Yeah.
It has to come from here, and from here, and from here.
I just remember so many great things about this place. I remember the party that we had. I don't know if it was your birthday or like a housewarming party, or maybe it was both.
It was a housewarming party. You're talking about the one where we got shut down by LAPD twice?
Was it the housewarming party? Oh my gosh, yeah. So
When you read your poem about the devil in this corner.
So guys, I'm a poet, if you guys didn't know it. And I wrote a poem about the devil, and it's kind of like a sort of like sexy poem about the devil.
Yeah. If you hear this poem, you want to be the devil.
So I read this poem all drunk and whatever else. And I just remember the LAPD coming. I really don't remember. But yeah, we had so many people here. I mean, all of your friends came to support you in like this housewarming, and it was so much fun. I mean, just
We had a
people,
belly dancer.
We had a belly dancer. I feel like we had another performance.
Molly.
Molly performed. Oh my gosh.
Molly was our old roommate from Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that woman, that girl, she's got a beautiful
voice.
songbird, like just total songbird.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Moon River.
Oh my gosh, I remember living there in Beverly Hills with her and just hearing her practice, and
I
was like, oh my gosh, it's like lullabies. Like
Exactly. It was like a concert every night.
Yeah, exactly. So that was fun. I don't remember much, but inviting the LAPD into our party. I'm like, you guys want to come in for a drink? Because they came over to stop the party.
They came in twice.
Oh my gosh. That was another era of Valerie.
Exactly. But like any great era, everything comes to an end. And then you ended up moving out from Happy House.
I did move out from Happy House. I was engaged for a short time. Normally when you move, it's like you're moving from place to place because, you know, something calls for it, maybe your job or this or that. But, you know, this was a different reason. So I obviously was happy at the time for that. But still, you know, Happy House was like my home here, like the most home place away from Texas that I had.
But you will always be the first person that ever lived here with me. There's been other people that have lived here since then, but never has ever been a person that has lived here that's live the way you and I lived, with no furniture, no television, just paintings.
Thankfully, they didn't have to live like that.
But you and I were a creative.
We made it work.
Yeah, you and I have always been a creative duo.
Yeah.
And I feel that we've always will be.
Yeah. And it was like an adventure every day. Like, what are we going to do today?
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know?
What's been your favorite memory of Happy House?
The painting.
Yes.
I think the painting in here but the painting with the brownies.
Yeah.
That experience.
There was a day that you and I were both experiencing some sort of heartbreak.
People are breaking our hearts left and right.
I know. So we would perform monologues for
Oh
ourselves.
my gosh.
Standing at the window like a bad man is.
Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot.
We would entertain each other doing like these monologues about our days.
Like, now that you told me that, I'm like, that feeling just came into my body right now. Like, just, I remember feeling how you felt that day. I remember your energy. Like, right now I feel it. Like how we both were just like moping around. You know? Oh my gosh.
And the irony in that is that you and we would end up together at Happy House, but brokenhearted by other people. But yet still we're enduring
I know
this heartbreak and like intertwined with each other.
The best part about that was like we were just making fun of it.
Exactly.
And it was like, it's not so bad when you're heartbroken and somebody else heartbroken and you're all hanging out together. Like,
exactly.
It was like we had each other.
In a way, these people would not have broken our hearts. It would not have like propelled us to each other.
Yeah.
So I feel that our bond forever will always be strong. And then after you moved out, we went on our separate paths for a little while. Mm-hmm. And then we entered a new frontier phase.
Yeah.
A new frontier era.
Yes.
Plan is to head north to Santa Barbara, and then we're going to Solvang. How do you feel about going to Solvang?
I am so excited. The ray of sunshine.
We're in Santa Barbara. We're on our way to Solvang. So to the right, we have mountains. To the left, we have the ocean.
So it feels like Jurassic Park, but like / Hawaii. If I was God looking down at this, I'd be like, this looks like moss growing on a rock.
These cars are way too close.
It's a roller coaster.
You're driving so fast that now you're driving so slow, man.
So you didn't realize how much you had an affinity for Solvang. Tell me, dig deep and answer this question. What brings you here? What is it?
It was like discovering a secret town outside of town that is not on the map. And the only way to get there is if someone who knows about it takes you there.
Made it to Solvang. I see everything looking all Danish. Oh my gosh, this is cute. Look at this.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. I want to go to that bakery. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's our place. That's where we're staying.
Okay, cool. Where do I go?
Oh my God.
So sorry.
She's the best driver I know, but when it comes to parking, hell no.
Bed and breakfast. Mirabelle in Solvang.
This is our house for the night.
Yeah.
We're in Solvang today.
Ray of sunshine.
That's right, the ray of sunshine. Welcome back. I appreciate you rallying to come up here. I know we did a lot of mileage driving around.
I live for road trips. My wanderlust is insane these days.
And for me, Solvang was one of those places that is very magical. But I also wanted to talk about our new frontier era of our relationship.
Where do we go from this point with all of our established history?
Exactly.
And, living so far from each other.
Right.
It makes it tough.
Ballerina has arrived.
But then there's the new frontier.
Yeah.
Where you and I have crossed. I feel like it's like in 2001 when they finally go beyond the solar system.
I love that. That's like the best way to describe it.
Yeah, because, after a Happy House, I didn't really know what our relationship would be like or what time we would share or what we would do. In this new frontier, we've been doing pretty well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think that, I always say that to have friends, you need to be a friend.
Valerie invited me to the smorgasbord. Never been here before, but I like discovering places in LA.
There's a million people here, and we're gonna get a bunch of food and get back.
you know, with you and I feel like we have just such a great history, great chemistry. I feel like we elevate each other, or at least inspire each other in, you know, the weirdest fucking ways. It's just like we cannot like not be friends, you know?
Absolutely.
We're here at the LACMA with Valerie.
And I feel that throughout the honeymoon phase, the happy house phase, and the frontier phase, no matter what's happened, creativity has always been the baseline that connects them all.
I think so. I mean, that's what brought us together in the first place, like an art show.
Exactly. We met at an art show.
Creating art at an art show, you know?
Cut to 13 years later, we're doing a podcast in a bed and breakfast in Solvang.
With 4 cameras on us.
But I feel that we've hit like a certain trust that you only get with people that you've experienced a lot of things with.
That know the ins and outs of like your quirky personality and like how evil you can be.
Absolutely.
You know?
And in this new frontier, the thing that I also love the most is that we're compounding creativity with travel.
Yes, I love that. Traveling is like my new era in my life personally for me. Like I'm like, where can I go next? Because I don't know. There's something about having these new experiences and meeting new people and seeing how others live that really just sort of gets you out of your high horse, let's say.
Right.
You know?
One of my favorite travel experiences with you specifically was New Orleans.
Oh my gosh.
Valerie is the New Orleans expert between us.
I've been here 3 times.
What?
I love New Orleans. Not only do I love the food, it's like Cajun food's like become like one of my favorite foods, and then the music.
Yeah.
The music scene.
But
remember we went to Maison Bourbon?
Yes.
Love Maison
That
Bourbon.
was great.
Yes.
So I had never been to New Orleans, and I had a credit to fly anywhere domestically, and I chose New Orleans because New Orleans was at the top of my list. And
it's fucking creepy too. I mean, that's what I love about you too, being around you is just like you're so okay with my creepy weird side, and like I just have this like obsession with all these like occult weird shit.
What did you think of the cemetery?
Fucking awesome. Of course, we had to pay our respects to the Voodoo Queen.
Oh my God, Ray Laveau.
The swamp.
The grave.
Oh, the grave was cool.
Yeah, we left our offerings. Remember?
Yes.
To the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans.
Yes. Oh my goodness. No wonder we keep going back.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate you rallying and joining me on this road trip.
For sure. Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay. Yeah, ask me questions. Interview me.
Okay,
I want to talk. Hold on.
Pinche troca.
Pinche troca.
Interview me. I want to talk. Well, same question for you.
Yes.
Like, you know, along that vein of like the new frontier, what does that mean for you?
Ooh. I feel that there's this opportunity to create a future that we have in our hands. And if you look at New Orleans, if you look at Texas, if you look at even now, like our future is within our own molding. So we can choose to have the life that we want, show people how to live.
Love it.
I'm about to live my dream of a cheese Danish. I know, it's crazy.
They're right there.
But more importantly, for the future of our relationship, I feel that this is one of those things that we have each other for life. Like when we're 60, we're 70, we get to look back at all these memories. And
oh my gosh, so many great ones.
We're trying to take pictures here. Trying to take selfies with Troy.
He's so freaking jealous. Mine. My Güstavo, mine. Mine.
I'm very excited to see where you and I go next.
Sid, hey Goops.
Becky, with the love of my life.
To walk in this life and journey with you has been a great honor, and it's been great fun. And I want to continue to do more. I feel that our adventures are just getting started.
Yeah.
Having a great time on Santa Monica Boulevard.
I don't have a
Mexican
drink,
Coke in here.
but why don't you pour me some?
Okay.
And I'll share. Ooh, yeah. Shot.
All stingy.
I know. Look at that. Shit. This is what do I expect in the future of our relationship? This right here.
1/3.
1/3.
1/3.
Oh my God. No wonder we never got married.
I mean, I want to be worshipped, okay?
Exactly. Why our marriage never take off?
We're both stingy AF.
Because me first.
It's almost time to hit the road again. But before I go, Valerina did a reading for me. Little brujeria.
It's totally true. Everything's true. It's going to happen. It's the future.
We're at the Dia de los Muertos at Hollywood Forever.
We're at the mausoleum in Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
Valerie and I walking around amongst the dead and the living.
Something in our new frontier is to create a horror movie together.
Yes, cheers.
No, seriously.
Cheers.
Seriously, I've always wanted to act in a horror film.
Our relationship should definitely go make a horror movie.
Yeah.
But for now, we're gonna check out of this room. Get out of the mansion. Go get some bakery foods.
Mm-hmm.
Pastries? Is that what they're called? Pastries?
Yeah.
And then head back to Los Angeles.
We finally arrived back to LA. Tiffany, she has us working today. Valerina is modeling for the day. How do you feel?
So excited to be here with these beauties.
Where are we going now, Val?
We're going to my daughter's gonna. It's my first time.
Oh my goodness. And we have a special guest. And another special guest. I brought my kids. What?
Well, I appreciate all your time that we spent together in the last 13 years. Going from honeymoon to happy house to new frontier.
Yes.
And thank you for coming to LA and spending some time with me.
Yes.
Here
I will be back soon, I'm sure.
Oh,
I miss
hell
this
yeah.
place so much.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. You're terrific.
You're terrific.
I don't want to leave right now. I just want to stay here with you.
I'm going to steal your car, you can't leave.
Hmm?
I said I'm going to steal your car and you can't leave.
Exactly.